Hi guys, happy new year and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vuvu and this is Vuvu Reads. If you are new on here, please consider pressing that red subscribe button down below and joining the family. If you're a returnee, a member of the fam, welcome back fam, and thank you for joining me once again. Oh my gosh, I've missed you guys. I've missed you guys so much. It's been one of those starts to the year, ends to the past year, and we haven't had much time. Sorry, I'm trying to silence my phone. We haven't had much time in front of the camera for various reasons, but we're back. Okay, we are back and we are trying to be back with a bang. So as you can see from the title, today's video is a book haul. So it's various books that I got towards the end of last year, beginning of this year. Some of them might not even be on this pile, which means that in my next one I'm gonna have to remember the books that I didn't share with you guys, but I've got your back. I've got you guys. I've got you. So if you're keen on that, please do stay tuned.
So Vuvu _reads is an amazing book reviewer, also YouTuber. She reviews books on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, she also has a blog as well. So please, if for your connection with literature, get in touch with or follow at VUVUVENA_reads. She is based in South Africa, and I think it is also extremely important to follow literary content creators who are based outside of the West and in continental Africa, because they do a really good job of bridging the gap.
We appreciate you, Vuvu, for bringing us Turning Pages and for bringing us your BookTube channel.
You know, this is a chance for people to actually see some people that I really enjoy.
Please consider pressing the red subscribe button down below, and if you're a returnee, welcome back fam.
Vuvu, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
It's all a mess up in here, okay? I just remembered two that were in eyesight, so I just picked those up. I'm pretty sure that there are quite a number that are not on here at the moment. I'm gonna have to make a mental note or an actual note. Okay, so most of these books were gifted to me. Actually, out of this pile I only bought one book, so I'm gonna try and address the ones that come by one, okay, and then I will do my one book last. Okay. You know how I like to do these, right? I like to read the synopsis of the books that I got from publishers. Sometimes it does drag the videos, but I know that there are a few people that actually enjoy hearing what the books are about, especially if they're seeing them for the first time, or they've had their eyes on them, or they've seen them on social media but didn't quite know what the actual story is. So I'm going to try. I am a little bit rusty, okay? We have not been in front of the camera for a while, but I'm going to try. So I'm starting off with this pile. The first book that I have on hand is The Soft Life, Love, Choice and Modern Dating by Lebohang Masongo. That's what the cover looks like. I absolutely love it, child. If there is any sign of opulence, a lady with her legs in the air balancing a whole flute. Okay, so this is a South African author. This one was sent to me by NB Publishers for review purposes. Lebohang Masongo is this lady over here. I'm hoping it's focused. Okay, she's got quite a bio. It says Lebohang Masongo is a stay-at-home social anthropologist, writer, poet and children's book author. She earned her Masters of Arts degree from the University of Witwatersrand, South Africa in 2019 after submitting the qualitative research thesis that this book is based upon. So this is based on her master's thesis. Her research is also published in Connected Lives, Families, Households, Health and Care in Contemporary South Africa, edited by Nolwazi Kwanazi and Leno Mendelson. And Anxious Joburg, The Inner Lives of Global South City, edited by Nikki Falcon and Cobus van Staden. Okay, so her whole, I'm trying to find, okay, yes, So it's a long bio, okay? But I wanted to get the children's book titles. So her debut children's book was Mbumi's Magical Beads. I'm sure we've seen it doing the rounds. My kids don't own a copy though. But there are various other Mbumi moments or stories that have come out since then, and I gather that parents love it. So I should look for a copy. So this one is based on her master's thesis. It says, become more feminine and traditional, tick, only date men with money, tick, forget splitting the bill 50-50, tick, embrace the standard of beauty with gusto, tick. This is the mantra of the modern soft life coach. Why live a life of drudgery and overwork when you can recline in the arms of your Prince Charming? But is this a new or passing trend? Romance and finance have flirted with each other for a long time, from gold digger and sponsor to sugar baby and sugar daddy, to blesser and blessee. Across the world and throughout history, whom women date has been as important as their career paths or where they live. Thanks to patriarchy, dating and marriage are among the ways women move up in the world. In this book, Lihle, Jolie, Camille, Nomonde and Bongi, women from very different walks of life, openly share their stories, providing an insider's perspective on the life scene on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok and Pinterest. The lavish holidays, the designer bags, the dinners and champagne, and the luxury vehicles that make the soft life so irresistible. Feminist thinker, author and anthropologist Lebohang Masango explores the many dimensions of this phenomenon, grounding her often unexpected insights in South African pop culture and prominent women who have made this lifestyle the staple of gossip blogs. So this is a non-fiction copy. I am not sure if the women, the names that we've been given here, are their actual names, but we shall see when we explore. So that is published by Tafelberg, which is an imprint of NB Publishers. Wow, the speech she is gone. Fine. The next one is Soul of the Deep by Natasha Bowen. We all know that this is the sequel to Skin of the Sea, which I don't own yet, by Natasha Bowen, and this is a series. This one was sent to me by Penguin Books for review purposes, and I'm absolutely in love with this cover. And it goes without saying, this looks like it is not that it looks like, because I have been kind of like fiddling with information about Skin of the Sea, so it definitely is in the fantasy genre. And it is, like I said, a Penguin Books published book. Oh, I see that the first book is actually her debut, so this is her sophomore. And it has a content note, so for those of you who like trigger warnings, I'm assuming that's what that is about. I'm trying to find the author's face. There's no face on here, but it says Natasha Bowen is a New York Times best-selling, yeah, it's not on here, best-selling author, a teacher and a mother of 3 children. She is of Nigerian and Welsh descent and lives in Cambridge, England, where she grew up. Natasha studied English and creative writing at Bath Spa University before moving to East London, where she taught for nearly 10 years. She is obsessed with Japanese and German stationery and spends stupid amounts on notebooks, which she then features on her secret Instagram. When she's not writing, she's reading, watched over carefully by Milk and Honey, her cat and dog. That's cute. Okay, so the back reads, one life, one choice, one sacrifice. To save those closest to her, Simi sacrificed everything, her freedom, her life as Mamiwata and the boy she loved. Or she loves, okay. Now she serves as a new god, watching over the land of the dead at the bottom of the ocean. But the tide of change is coming, and when demons enter the human realm, bent on distraction, Simi must break her vow and return to the world above the water. The fate of the world lies in her hands. Okay, I love how epic fantasy books can be. Oh, there was a bookmarks. And then this one I got from Exclusive Books. I did my first campaign with anyone actually at the end of last year, and it happened to be Exclusive Books over on TikTok. So if you guys have not seen my review of When in Rome, it is up on my TikTok, which is Vuvu Reads, and this is the book that they gave me to review, which I absolutely fell in love with. I absolutely love this one. It's gonna be a firm fave. I'm probably gonna reread it a few times. It's easy. It's kind of those books that you go back to for comfort, right? I don't know how to explain it, but it is a romance. It's by Sarah Adams. She's the author of this cheat sheet. I have never read anything from her before reading this, and from what I understand though from TikTok, the cheat sheet was quite something. People absolutely enjoyed that. I'm just trying to find you here we go. Sarah Adams was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. She loves her family, warm days, and making people smile. Sarah has dreamed of being a writer since she was a girl, but she finally wrote her first novel when her daughters were napping and she no longer had any excuses to put it off. Sarah is a coffee addict, a British history nerd, a mom of 2 daughters, married to her best friend, and an indecisive introvert. Her hope is to always write stories that make readers laugh, maybe even cry, but always leave them happier than when they started reading. I love that. She's got quite a few books out. These all look like romance titles. So this is her latest book. The back reads, Rome is where the heart is. Amelia Rose is burnt out from years of maintaining her public image as pop princess Ray Rose. Inspired by her favorite Audrey Hepburn film Roman Holiday, she drives off in the middle of the night for a break in Rome, Kentucky, that is. Running the pie shop his grandmother left him, Noah Walker is busy enough as it is, but after finding Amelia on his front lawn in her broken down car, he decides to let her stay in his guest room on a very temporary basis, of course. As the two of them grow closer, Noah starts to see a new side to Amelia, kind-hearted and goofy, yet lonely from years in the public eye. Amelia may have to go back to her other life someday, but for now she's perfectly happy falling in love with the cozy small town she's found herself in, and her grumpy tour guide isn't half bad either. Oh, I loved this one a lot. The next book I'm showing you is called Turning Tables. This one is by Alice Takawira. I want to say that's how you say her surname, okay? She sent me this book from the US of A, and we are working together. I need to read this and review it, and we are going to have a chat on Instagram. I will announce the days, etc. This one, from what I understand, is kind of like a romance slash suspense slash, but you will hear all about it, okay? It was published last year. I just want to see if, okay, I don't see much about the author here, but she does have a website, Alice Takawira, just as I'm saying it, .com, about the author. Her face isn't on here, so I can't show you what she looks like. It says Alice was born and raised in Zimbabwe. Ooh. After receiving a bachelor's degree in physiotherapy from the University of Zimbabwe, she relocated to London for work. In 2004, she moved to America to attend Emory University and graduated with a master's in public health. Alice currently lives in Atlanta with her husband and 2 kids. When she's not working as a geriatric physical therapist, she enjoys binge watching foreign language dramas, exploring new places, trying exotic foods, and learning new languages. She is the proud creator of the Verenga Girls Book Club on Facebook, a place to connect with fellow book lovers. To learn more about Alice and her work, you can visit the website that I told you about. Okay, I actually love this cover, by the way. It says 2 lovers, 2 continents, 2 cultures, 1 unforgettable love story. Maita, a Zimbabwean graduate student, has returned to London on summer break with one goal: to get back with Ade, her Nigerian ex-boyfriend, after carelessly breaking his heart. On the flight to London, she meets Chris, a British gentleman who is instantly captivated by Maita and pursues her relentlessly. When Ade rejects Maita's attempts to rekindle their romance, she turns to Chris, and as a couple, they are forced to confront racism, the complexities of an interracial relationship, and their insecurities. But Maita has never forgotten Ade, nor has he ever gotten over her. And when Ade contacts her, it sets off a dangerous chain of events that will forever alter the course of all three lives. How far will each man go to win her love? Turning Tables is a poignant and extraordinary story of love, missed opportunities, and second chances. Ooh. Okay, so then I got some books from Jonathan Ball Publishers. The first book that they sent me is this one. It's If I Survive You. I almost said something other than that, by Jonathan Escoffery. This one is actually a, what do you call it, an arc. Okay, it's coming out on the 2nd of February, which is in a few weeks time, and this cover doesn't give much away, but child, okay, I think this is the synopsis. I want to read you about the author. It's always so difficult to, oh, okay, hello, that's the author. It says, Jonathan Escoffery is the recipient of the 2020 Paris Review Plimpton Prize for Fiction, a 2020 National Endowment for the Arts Literature Fellowship, and 2020 ASME Award for Fiction. His fiction has appeared in the Paris Review, American Short Fiction, Electric Literature, and elsewhere. He is a PhD fellow at the University of Southern California, and in 2021 was awarded a Wallace Stegner Fellowship in the Creative Writing Program at Stanford University. So use as sir. Okay. So, If I Survive You, if you want a home, you want to win back your girlfriend's admiration, you want to prove that your father bet on the wrong son. 1979, Topper and Stania, I want to say, flee to Miami as political unrest assumes their native Kingston, but they soon learn that the welcome in America will be far from warm. Trelawney, the youngest son, comes of age in a country which regards him with suspicion, greeting him with the puzzled question, what are you? Their eldest son, Delano's longing for a better future for his own children is equaled only by his recklessness in trying to secure it. As both brothers navigate the obstacles littered in their path, an unreliable father, racism, a financial crisis, and Hurricane Andrew, they find themselves increasingly pitted against one another. Will their rivalry be the thing that finally tears their family apart? The thrilling linked stories of Jonathan Escoffery's If I Survive You pulse with inimitable style, heart, and barbed humor, while unraveling what it means to carve out an existence between cultures, homes, and paychecks. They announce Escoffery as a once-in-a-generation talent and chronicler of life at its most gruesome and hopeful. Oh, I love that. Okay, the next book that they gave me, that synopsis was not easy to read, by the by, but anyway, the next book that they gave me is actually a hardcover, which I absolutely like. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Black and Female by Tsitsi Dangarengba. She is Zimbabwean. She needs no introduction except to tell you what this book is about, but in case In case you don't know her, Tsitsi Dangarengba is the author of 3 novels: Nervous Conditions, needs no introduction, winner of the Commonwealth Writers' Prize, This Mournable Body, shortlisted for the Booker Prize and the Book of Note. She won the Pinter Prize in 2021 and the Peace Prize of the German book trade. Dangarengba is also a filmmaker, playwright, and the director of the Institute of Creative Arts for Progress in Africa Trust. She lives in Harare, Zimbabwe. Okay. Sorry, for those of you who are curious about the actual cover, it's just a plain white cover with the title of the book. Okay. So it says, oh Lord, don't do that. It says, being categorized as black and female does not constrain my writing. Writing assures me that I am more than merely blackness and femaleness. Writing assures me I am. This paradigm shift essay collection weaves the personal and political in an illuminating exploration of internationally acclaimed novelist Tsitsi Dangarengba's complex relationship with race and gender. At once philosophical, intimate, and urgent, Dangarengba's landmark essays address for the first time the profound cultural and political questions that underpin her novels. From her experience of life with a foster family in Dover and the difficulty of finding a publisher as a young Zimbabwean novelist, to the ways in which colonialism continues to disrupt the lives and minds of those subjugated by empire, Dangarengba writes to recenter marginalized voices. Black and Female offers a powerful vision towards remembering, to use Toni Morrison's words, those whose identities and experiences continue to be fractured by the intersections of history, race, and gender. Ooh, I cannot wait. I'm ready. That's what I got from Jonathan Ball Publishers. The next batch is from Pan. I almost showed you guys my address, but what would I do there? Okay, the next batch is from Pan. I'm excited about these books, chat. So the first one, I'm hoping it's the first one. Don't do it. Before I read it out to you guys, I just want to let you know. It's a translated work, which is quite exciting. It's 2 books by the same author, so I want to read you the one that first came. Okay, this is the one that came out first. Here we go. This is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, right, who's a Japanese bestseller. I've probably butchered the name, child. It's so sad, but I absolutely love this cover. Okay, so this is what the man looks like. It says Toshikazu Kawaguchi was born in Osaka, Japan in 1971. He formerly produced, directed, and wrote for the theatrical group Sonic Snail. As a playwright, his works include Couple, Sunset Song, and Family Time. The novel Before the Coffee Gets Cold is adapted from a 1110 Productions play by Kawaguchi, which won the 10th Suginami Drama Festival Grand Prize. It has been translated by Geoffrey Troselot. Yeah? Okay, ciao. It says, in a small black alley in Tokyo, there is a cafe which has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. But this coffee shop offers its customers a unique experience, the chance to travel back in time. In Before the Coffee Gets Cold, we meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time-traveling offer in order to confront the lover who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has begun to fade, see their sister one last time and meet their daughter, the daughter they never got the chance to know. But the journey into the past does not come without risks. Customers must sit in a particular seat, they cannot leave the cafe, and finally they must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. Toshikazu Kawaguchi's beautiful, moving story explores the age-old question, what would you change if you could travel back in time? More importantly, who would you want to meet, maybe for one last time? So the second one, I'm not gonna read you about the author because we've already found out a lot about him, is this one, which is Before Your Memory Fades. So the synopsis reads, this one is a hardcover, the other one isn't, and that's what it looks like without the dust jacket. This one reads, the third novel. The child. Third. I'm missing something. Sure. Third. Ish. My goodness. Oh, Tales from the Cafe. I'm definitely gonna go grab. So there's one in between, right? Tales from the Cafe. I'm definitely gonna grab myself a copy. Okay, thank you so very please. Okay, it says the third novel in Tashikuzo Kawaguchi's sensational Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. On the hillside of Mount Hakodate in northern Japan, Cafe Donna Donna is fabled for its dazzling views of Hakodate port. But that's not all. Cafe Donna Donna offers its customers the extraordinary experience of traveling through time, and Nagari and Kazu are back to guide 4 new patrons. There are rules to follow. You can only meet people who have visited the cafe. You must stay seated in your chair, and most importantly, you must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. And Before Your Memory Fades, we meet the daughter who resents her deceased parents for leaving her orphaned, the comedian who aches for his beloved and their shared dreams, the sister whose grief has become all-consuming, and the man who realized his love for his childhood friend. Heartwarming and poignant, Kawaguchi explores how holding on to the past can affect our future and asks the reader, would you travel in time if your actions couldn't change the present? Ooh, okay. I've got a book to wish list. I'm excited. The last book from Pan is this one. I've shared a little bit about the launch to this book when I first got it, and this is Sunyati's An Angel's Demise. We know that Su is a firm fave on here. Sunyati was born and raised in Bulawayo and lives in Johannesburg. She has previously published 3 best-selling novels to much reader and critical acclaim: The Polygamist, The Gold Diggers, and A Family Affair. And this is what Su looks like. This thing I want to focus. Okay, I just hope you guys got to see. An Angel's Demise is an epic saga that explores a contested legacy and the heart-rending destiny of a family. The year is 1977 and the story begins on a farm in Samabula with the birth of Angel. The farm is run by Paul Williams, an outwardly harsh and bigoted man who holds the livelihoods of many in his hands. When Angel's parents join the liberation struggle, she is left in the care of her grandmothers, who have been in service to the Williams family for generations. Angel grows up on the farm over 3 momentous decades that see a convoluted past and inheritance unfold into an equally complicated present. Through her, we see a woman's quest to unearth her identity and assert her independence. In the process of self-discovery, Angel realizes that sometimes you need to be uprooted before you can grow. An Angel's Demise, Sunyati's 4th novel, is a gripping tale infused with spirituality. It recounts an explosive story of love, war, bloody massacre, and betrayal that encompasses a harrowing history, the cruel caprice of politics, gender-based violence, and what happens when ordinary people get caught up in lies. Absolutely love that synopsis. So I'm ready for you, Lama Sue. Okay, then my darling friend Ompi gifted me a book and borrowed me one. So the one that she has loaned me is this one. Probably needs no introduction. Okay, so this is Akweke Emezi's You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one, but I'm ready. I am ready to dive in. Okay, the drama, the mess, everything, I'm ready for it. Okay, I think that's where, okay, I'm just trying to find the actual like synopsis chat. I think that would be it. Okay, cool. So about the author, we know what they look like, right? We know what they look like. Always gorgeous. Akweke Emezi, they, them, is the author of the New York Times bestseller The Death of Vivek Orji, which was shortlisted for the Dylan Thomas Prize, the Orwell Prize, and is shortlisted for the Dublin Literary Award. Pet, a finalist for the National Book Award for Young People's Literature. Freshwater, which was named a New York Times notable book, longlisted for both the Wellcome Book Prize and the Women's Prize for Fiction, and shortlisted for the Penn Hemingway Award, the New York Public Library Young Lions Fiction Award, and Lambda Literary Award, and the Center for Fiction's First Novel Prize. And most recently, their second young adult novel, Bitter, selected as a 5 under 35 honoree by the National Book Foundation and featured on the cover of Time as a next generation leader. They are based in liminal spaces. So the synopsis reads, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. Faye is about to be given the chance to escape the city's blistering heat for a dream island holiday, poolside cocktails, beach sunsets, and elaborate meals. And as the sun goes down on her old life, our heroine also might just be ready to open her heart for someone new. The only problem is she's falling for the one man she absolutely can't have. Ooh. So that's the book that she's loaned me. The next one, I'm so sorry, Chomi, this still has a sticker on, but this is Anonymous 6. This is edited by Hilary Jordan and Cheryl Lulene Tan, right? There are 27 authors, 27 stories, no names attached. These are 27 erotic stories anonymously written by some well-known authors. So I'm not going to read all 27 of them. Some well-known, some new to me. Chigozie Obayama is on here. For those of you who don't know, he is a Nigerian author. There is Trent Dalton, Heidi Dorough, Paul Theroux, Edmund White. There's a long list. Obviously it's 27 authors. In this diverse and groundbreaking collection, there is something for everyone, from teenage experimentation to sex in the afterlife, from married couples pushing their boundaries to illicit encounters between strangers. Perhaps you will guess which story was written by your favorite author, perhaps you won't, but the excitement is in the journey. I absolutely love that idea of knowing who has contributed but not knowing who wrote what. Can't wait to read this. I have heard funny things. If you guys actually participate in our monthly reading sprint, you will know that I think Charity and somebody else were reading one of the stories. Oh, and Ompi were reading one of the stories on this, and it was hilarious. I'm ready to read it for myself and try and understand what they were talking about. Okay, chat. The last book that I got was by me for me. And I bought a copy of the first book in the Crescent City series, wow child, by Sarah J Maas, and that is House of Earth and Blood. Hey, the only thing that I am not too happy about is that it's not the same size as the second book. So I got the second book first because it was going for a steal, but now there are different heights, and I think this is the one that I might end up exchanging, not exchanging, like buying a shorter, right, paperback version. I think this is trade back, this is paperback. I might end up getting this size because the rest of her books that I've got are that size. Okay, these are them. So I think, then again, these are such chunkers that I might end up getting this series in trade. I don't know why I'm rambling. Okay, so fine. Crescent City, first book, House of Earth and Blood, and I will not be doing any Sarah J Maas introductions. Everybody knows her. It's either you like her, you hate her, or you love her. It's just one of those. I'm just gonna read the back. Bound by blood, tempted by desire, unleashed by destiny. Bryce Quinlan used to light up Crescent City, partying all night in the clubs where the strict classes of angel, shifter, human, and fae merged into a sea of beautiful bodies, and then a demon murderer. What? And then a demon murdered her closest friends. 2 years later, when the supposed killer is behind bars but the crimes start up again, the city's leaders command Bryce to investigate. They assign an enslaved fallen angel, hunt Athala to make sure she does. But as Bryce fights to uncover the truth and resist her attraction to the brooding angel who shadows her every step, she finds herself following a trail that leads deep into her own dark past. Okay, that brings us to the end of this haul. It was rather long. Thank you for sticking with me, and I think that it was the perfect way to jumpstart the year. I hope you have eyed a certain book in this pile. If you have, do let me know which book has intrigued you or piqued your interest, or you actually happen to have read or actually own from this pile. I'd love to hear all about it. I think I definitely know that the book that I'm going to delve into from this pile immediately is Turning Tables, and then I will see what follows next. Otherwise, welcome back and thank you for tuning in and choosing me once again. I love you guys very, very much. Bye now.